Hello, all you amazing people from across the globe. This is Ashish Fernando, and I am finally back. I think it's been a month and a half since I made my last video, so apologies. And I have been reading all your comments and looking at all the different things you've asked me to do. And trust me, I have a bucket list of all the videos I want to make for you guys. But today, what we're going to do is talk about accommodations. Wow, that car was loud. Okay, so one important ritual, you guys all know what to do, right? Like and subscribe to the channel. It's what keeps me going, guys. You don't even know how happy I feel when I get all these subscriptions and likes and comments from you guys, because otherwise there's no need for me to create the channel. So please do so, and then let's get into the video. So there are essentially 4 options that we're going to talk about today. The first option is where you take the dormitory from the school, which is basically an in-house accommodation at the college or university where you're going to study. The second option we're going to look at is off-campus housing or university house leasing, right? It's called university real estate, if you may, but these are houses outside of campus, but they're owned by the university. The third option we're going to look at is finding your own housing outside of campus, and then the final option we're going to look at is doing Airbnb or something of that sort. You know, moving to the United States or any country when it comes to your future education is a big deal, and the first few months are actually even more hectic and crazy because you don't know where you're going, what you're doing. One important aspect of all of that is your accommodation. I know students who say that they're going to come to the US or Canada and then spend about a month at a hotel, and while they are living at the hotel, they go out and try to find accommodation options. Sometimes it gets a little too late for you to go out just before your school year begins to go searching for accommodations. So it's very helpful to understand all the different options that you might have. So the first and the most easiest option when it comes to accommodations is campus dormitories. We are here at the Harvard University campus, and this behind me is the Lowell House, which is one of Harvard's dorm rooms, right? And typically what dorm rooms are is it's like a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom apartment where you share a common bathroom and there's one person living per room. The best thing about dorms is that you directly pay the school for all of the accommodation fees, and the school takes care of all the electricity, water supply, and all the needs that you might have. This is what dorms look like. We are here at the Harvard dorms. Looks like a boring building, right? Wait till I move the camera around. Check this out. Wow. This is just plain beautiful. And this campus actually has a bunch of things in it. What you see here is it's the reading room, and sometimes it might get a little too expensive because to manage the show with all the security and everything, the school might have to charge you a little bit more. So like for instance, when I was living at Bentley, it was costing me around $1,200 per month for the dorm. And this is Harvard. Here you see all these beautiful dorms behind me. These also cost around $1,500 per person per month, and they're a pretty cool set of buildings. Look at this one back here, also another fun building. Okay, now the second option you have is off-campus housing or campus real estate. This is a very interesting option, especially in the US. So what is off-campus housing? Basically, these are not dorms. These are regular houses like the ones here. You see all these houses here. These are houses that are just off of campus, and they're part of the regular community outside the school, but the school actually buys these buildings and then leases it out to students. And it acts like a usual, like a rental that you might take from somewhere else, but the real estate is managed by the university. So you have an off-campus office that helps you find the right places
that shows you all these locations, and then if you like any, you just buy them. But the only drawback you have is that a dorm will have all of the facilities built in, like the gas, the electricity, all of that. You will even have food and meal options right next to your dorm, because you'll be very close or in the campus. Versus when it comes to off-campus housing or real estate, you will not have that option. You will have to either travel to campus for your meals, or you will have to prepare your own food. But the one real big benefit of going with off-campus housing is that they will be cheaper than the dorm in most cases. What we're going to do today is help a friend of mine who is in India, and she got her admit into Boston University School of Public Health, and she is planning to come to Boston. She applied through iSchool Connect, which is my parent company, and we successfully got her the admit. But we said we're also going to help her with accommodation options because she's on the premium plan. So today I'm actually going to work with the BU real estate people. BU is Boston University, so I'm going to work with Boston University real estate, and I'm going to look at a few housing options for her. So I thought, why not take this opportunity and just film the whole thing and show you how the real estate option really works. Right? Watch out, the ones that look really good can also be really pricey. So if you're interested in accommodations now, especially, it's the time when a lot of students have their admits, they have their visas, and they're looking for accommodation at or close to the university. So I'm helping out a friend who got her admit at Boston University at the School of Public Health. A very cool program actually to be in, and she's looking for accommodation. So we're going to work with Boston University and see what we can find for her. So if you're interested, hang on. All right, hi everybody. So we're here. This is the Boston University building that is leased out to a bunch of students, and also I think there are some professors. That's what they told me. So it's a pretty safe environment to hang out, and we're going to look at one of the apartments here. Okay, to look around.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a 2-bedroom, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm guessing these are the bedrooms. Small one.
I believe that one's the living room. It doesn't have a door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like, yeah, because it has a kitchen over here. So this is the kitchen. Okay. Wow, it's pretty warm in here.
Yeah.
That's a train right next to the building. So I think this one is a no, because she's gonna be completely disturbed by the noises at night, and I think I'm gonna reject this one. So what you saw there was a real old kind of building, a real old apartment, and still it costed about 2,700 average for that kind of an apartment for 2 people. So you're looking at about $1,300 per person. But remember, again, Boston University is in the center of Boston. That's why the prices are a little high. If you look at universities a little outside of a city, you're going to spend somewhere around $600 to $800 per month on your accommodation at a dorm, right? Or sorry, at off campus. Now, the third option you have is finding your own place outside of campus, where you don't even use the campus real estate office, you don't use the admissions office, you go searching for apartments on your own. There are websites where you can do this. Like I really liked roommates.com, where you could find people who already have an apartment and are looking for a roommate. You can also look at other options like .in, and I think there's bungalow.com. These are websites where you can easily find places. These are more like homestays and even empty apartments that you can lease out. And here this will be the most affordable option, is what I feel. So imagine this: when I came to Boston, the dorm here costed about $1,300 a month. The off-campus housing, which was given by the university, costed about $1,000 a month. But I actually found a place outside. I somehow got in touch with this other student who was also coming to Bentley for his MBA, and we both decided together to go and live in this apartment outside, had our own rooms, and it costed us about $500 per person. Isn't that cool? So you got to be careful of your options. So these were the three main options, right? One was the school dorm, then the other is off campus, the third is finding your own place. Now remember, in dorms there are also options from some universities where you really get like a bunk bed, you know, those beds which are stacked on top of each other. Those are really cheap. I mean, $300 maybe max, but again, you lose the sense of privacy, you lose a bunch of things. So make that choice accordingly. Oh, I have to cross the road quickly. Okay, the fourth and final option you have is going for something like Airbnb. Now remember, Airbnb does a lot of these monthly deals. So there are Airbnb hosts who will give you a 20 or 30% discount on the monthly rate. But my strong advice to you will be, don't go the Airbnb route, because it's still going to be expensive and you're still going to be stuck in somebody's house, because getting an entire house through Airbnb is pretty expensive. So keep that option as your last one, or even maybe take it as your temporary option. Like when you're coming to the US, Canada, Australia, use Airbnb for say a month while you're trying to find one of the other three options that I spoke to you about. But make sure that you have something that's more long-term, that's a little secure. Don't compromise too much on the costs, because costs will also mean reduced costs will also mean that you're reducing the security around you, and the place might be a little shoddy. So take care of that. So guys, I hope that was good information on accommodations. Please do let me know, give me your comments and feedback on this video. Let me know your questions on housing, and I'll be here to address you. I've been living on all these different options for about the last 6 years, so I'm pretty much used to all the good, bad and ugly of all these housing options. So I'm there to help you with all of that, and also let me know if you have any other questions. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, because that's what keeps me going. As I always say, until next time, take care, adios, and happy studying.